Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is December the 22nd and it is 11:24 in the morning. It's kind of cold here. But so I was reading devotional today and it was talking about how a car will veer off to the left or to the right when there is an alignment problem. And it just so happens that for the longest, my husband has been dealing with an alignment problem in his car. And it's like, okay, it doesn't matter what he does or where he takes it, the car always veers to the left, pulls to the left, right? And it's so frustrating to him because he's like, I've taken it here and there, tell me that nothing's wrong with it, or this and that and the other, and I know it's something wrong. And I mean, we'll be driving and he'll be like, take your hands off, or he'll take his hands off the wheel and it just veers to the left. And I was just reading the devotional today, and it was saying how, when you're not in alignment with God, come on somebody now, when you're not in alignment with God, you tend to veer or pull to the left or to the right. Okay? Or I had to go a little deeper with that, because if you have people in your circumference, in your circle, in your area, and they're distracting you, they can pull you to the left or to the right. And easily, if your foundation isn't built on God, if your foundation isn't built on the word and the promises, if you don't have a prayer life, a fasting life, if you don't devote and meditate on God's words daily, you can easily be pulled to the left and to the right? And I was just like, guys, just like a car, you get in the car and then you say your prayers, and Lord, bless me with traveling mercies, and you be the driver of the car, and this and that and the other. But do we really say that about our lives? We're quick to say, okay, come on, God, I need you to take control over the car, be the driver, protect me as I go, and, traveling mercies and, byways and stuff like that. But do you really say that about your life as a fool? Not just the vehicle, that you're riding in, but your life. From the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep and close your eyes, even while you're sleeping, Lord, take control over my life. God, lead me and guide me in which way you want me to go, so that I don't veer or be pulled into the wrong directions. So it just had me thinking, like, my God, like, the devotional had to do a lot with also technology, the devices that are in our lives that become distractions. And one of the things that was revealing to me, like, because at the end of the devotional it says, what is God saying to you? And to me, I had to be honest and real. And it's like, okay, God, the amount of time that I spend in my phone, the amount of time that I spend watching TV, watching movies, playing games, I'm not really on my laptop that much, because, like I said, everything now is being built to be in the palm of your hand. You know what I'm saying? Physically in the palm of your hand. Eventually, it'll be, coming from your hand. You'll put a device in your hand, a little implant, and then now you can just see everything, and you don't even have to carry a hard device, a physical device anymore. But everything is being built. Anything that you can do on a computer, or anything that you can watch on the TV, or anything that you can use to play with a video game system or whatever, is being put into a phone. And music is being put into the phone. And I said, I've done away with CDs. I've done away with DVDs. I mean, when I tell you, VHSs, when I tell you I had boxes and boxes of VHSs, and then I moved to boxes and boxes of, I have probably over 300 or more DVDs of movies, because I am a movie girl. Like, that is just me. I like to be entertained. I just do, music. Oh my God, I had so many CDs everywhere. Every part of my car I had a CD. Like, back seat, under the seat, on the door, in the glove compartment, in the trunk, wherever you could think, the visor, wherever you could think, wherever you could hold, that's where I had it. So I've done away with all that. So if something was to happen to technology and my phone would not work, I would be distraught, and I'm going to be totally honest. But then I also I also start to think about how amazing these people are who've invented phones and the technology that goes in the phone, that in their mind they're thinking, okay, we use it to free up space, get rid of things, make room for a lot of things. But that's in the natural. I don't have to have boxes and boxes of VHSs and DVDs and CDs. I can use that space for something else. But in all actuality, you're freeing space up in the natural, but then you're taking that space in the spiritual realm. Like, it's using space that God could have stepped in and you could have spent with him. But that space is now taken up with technology. And that's the real deal. Holyfield. That's corny, I'm sorry. But that's real. That's truth. Like, I mean, it's scary, but it is the truth. It is the truth. It's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me. So we got to get back into giving God what's owed to him, and which is that's time. One of the things I also added in my comment was that, we have to give God that time so that we can grow and cultivate our relationship with him. He already knows every inch of us. He knows what we're going to do before we even thought about it, before it was even an inkling thought. He already knew that. He knows what we're going to do 10 years from now. He's the author and the finisher of our lives. And it's time for us to know him. It's time for us to realize, like, okay, God, you're doing this and that for me in my life, but what am I doing for you? What am I really doing for you? Can I save a soul for you? Am I sharing your gospel, your good news? Can I, help someone get closer, build a better relationship, cultivate a relationship with you, spend some more time with you, get to know you, figure out, like, you're all in all. You are all that we need and all that we should ever want, So are we doing that? Am I doing that? And that goes right back into my customer service skills for God. Am I really working the business? Am I growing the business? Am I growing his business? And that's the main part. Is what am I doing? What am I doing? What time am I giving to God? For me to be a better person, but for me to help someone else be a better person. If we tend to God's business, he will tend to our business. You feel me? Like, if we focus on helping somebody else, God will help us in the midst of it. I was always taught to not think about myself, but to pray for someone else. To help somebody else in the midst when I'm hurting. If I can think of somebody else in the midst of my storm, God will help me, because I'm not being selfish. There are times when you do need to be selfish, when you do need to go to God for yourself. God, you know what? I've been giving you everything. I've been praying to God. I've been interceding for my friends and my family, but I need you right now. There are some times when you do need to have that moment when you need to have time. God, I need you right now. I'm lacking right now. I'm giving everything that I possibly can. I need to be filled back up. There are times for those. But for the most part, you do need to be about God's business and take care of God's business. And you'll see how God will show up in your life. But in the meantime, make sure that you are in line with God. Make sure that you are staying focused on what's ahead of you and not being distracted on what's on the side of you. You know, there are things made to distract you, like the billboards. They're made to pull your eyes up there, to pull you, to bring you to wherever they're advertising. There are things, there are signs on the side. Have you ever noticed, very rarely do you see a sign in front of you, except for if you're stopped at a light or if it's a crossing or whatever. But most of the time, all your signs and cautions and this, that, and the other is on the right side. So you have to take your eyes off the front of the road. Very rarely, God will place something in front of you, you know, for a caution. Very rarely do you see signs in the middle of the road or hanging, you know, crosswalk right here. Okay, that's me. You just need to be aware of what's crossing in front of you, because they're going to be paths. Oh, come on, Jesus. They're going to be crossroads in front of you. You might be somebody you're meeting, might be a path. You might have to make a left or a right turn. You'll see that in the front of you. But for the most part, a lot of the signs and distractions are on the left and the right of you. That's to take your eyes off what's in front of you. But then you also gotta, a quick glance. A quick glance is all you need. That's it. When you start to ponder a long time, then you gonna veer to that, whatever way your eyes is pointing, that's which way you going. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Whichever way your eyes is going, that's the way everything else is gonna go. So you just need to make sure how much time am I spending on the things that's not necessarily in front of me? How much time am I spending on things that's meant to distract me? And am I aware? Do I know those things that are meant to distract me? You know, how much knowledge do I know about the things that are meant to distract me? Well, let's see. Like right now, it's a distraction right in front of me. Distraction. It's just distraction. Police cars and fire trucks in front of me. So I need to figure out how am I gonna maneuver around this right now, because I have no idea where to go. Where to go? What happened? My God. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Okay. Well, now. All right. Well, I'm going to take a pause right here and figure out where I need to go. But in the midst, don't become distracted. Keep your eyes focused and you'll know where to go.